how to read a tape measure. I'm not a math teacher, but I can show you how to read a tape. Okay? So on my little scale here, I have, it's based over 1 inch, so just 1 inch to 2 inches, and I've broken it down so that you can see the different increments. And we just broke it down into 1/16ths of an inch. I don't buy a tape measure that has the 30 seconds on it. It's just twice as many ticks. So not cool. So 1/16ths is all I ever use. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is, the simplest way is just to count out the amount of 1/16ths, right? So when you're starting to get familiar with the fractions, and I'll show you how that works, right? So for example, 1/16th, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 16ths. So right there is 6 16ths, right? But on the scale it says 3/8. So like, how do I get to 3/8? Okay, well this will also equal, see, the top number and the bottom number can both be divided by 2. So 16 divided by 2 equals 8. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. So that's how you get 3/8 out of that. I'll give you another example. So someone says, hey, like, I need a board cut at 22 9/16. So you're like, oh, okay, well you can easily count it out, but another way to look at it is, I take a 9/16. I'm like, oh, okay, well I'll just minus a 16th, which is 8/16. And this is just to get you familiar with the tape measure. So 8/16 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is ½ inch. But to reduce that down, so 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Well, I can break that down again. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And you can do that one more time, which equals half, right? So once you get familiar with it, okay, I know that ½ inch is 8/16, and then you'll get fast at the math, right? So 9/16 is just the next tick over. So that's kind of way that I count it. Or you're like, okay, well what's 5/8? 5/8, you're like, okay, well what is 5/8? I don't get it. Well, let's make this bottom number into 16. So I'll times 8 by 2 to get 16. And I'll do the same to the top number. 5 times 2 is 10. So we know that ½ inch is 8/16, then 9/16, 10/16, divided it all out is 5/8. So that's why 5/8 is there. Now the reason 9/16 you can't do anything with that is because you can divide 16 by 2, but you can't divide 9 by 2 evenly. Yeah, so 3/4 is a tricky one because it's divisible by so many different things, right? 3/4. So how do you get that into 16ths? Well, in order to get 4 to equal 16ths, I have to times it by 4. Equals 16. Well, I got to do the same to the top. 3 times 4 is 12. So when you count that out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12/16 is 3/4 on the scale. So hopefully that gives you a pretty good idea. And you can see, like, even on the tape measure and with the scale as well, is like, I have the 1/8 is always marked a bit bigger than a 16th, and a 1/4 is always marked bigger than an 1/8. So you can see that this is a 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and a full. So they break it down.